if you end up with a Bloodseeker, I think Spirit Breaker Darkseer kind of loses a bit of its effectiveness.
Yeah, that would be kind of good. I mean, they did end up running that last time, and it felt like it worked well.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Empire taking their time this time, thinking about how they should combat this Nature's Prophet Disruptor so far. I mean, they don't really reveal much with this.
Yeah, I mean, but this pick does become so important for Empire because like it kind of defines the way that your game is going to go. You know, if you want to, I'm assuming they're probably going to take their offlaner here. Maybe not. Maybe they end up taking their carry. They already know who they're going to be going up against in the Nature's Prophet. Is there anything that's particularly great against that?
I was going to say Sven, but they already banned it out.
Yeah.
So you definitely want someone who can deal with the treants, or at least ignore the damage output from the treants. But they're really taking their time. What's going on here? Okay, I like this.
Interesting.
A second setup for the Ancient Apparition. I like it.
Well, and it's obviously a hero that can go in mid or off lane as well. And
10 seconds remaining.
I guess against Disruptor, is that very scary to you?
5 seconds.
You got Static Storm to lay down, and
no, not really. I think it's okay. I think as a puck, you pretty much just go Blink Yules or Veil Blink Yules, and then it's not as bad for you.
Okay.
And like you said, it can always go mid or off lane, and then he's not as much of a priority.
That's a fair assessment too. And I guess that in the laning stage up until he gets level 6, if you do end up getting glimpsed, you can throw that orb out at the beginning and then afterwards go for the jaunt once you get pulled back in by the glimpse. I like how they literally just banned 4 Roger heroes.
I mean, he's their playmaker.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to ban out heroes against Na'Vi, you either ban out Roger's heroes or you ban out General's heroes.
Whoa! Hey! Would you look at this guy?
Interesting.
Or gal, I guess.
I think Drow is... Not only is she good with the heroes that they currently have, I think they are kind of expecting Team Empire to go for something like this too, because I think Chappie really likes playing Drow, and Team Empire is a team that has run Drow Ranger in the past.
I mean, they're also not talking a ton about Chappie's favorite hero of all time, Phantom Assassin, which he could end up running here, and it's I always feel like it's so good against Drow. Is it decent against the others? Meepo too? Oh.
I'm just going to go with the Lycan. Okay.
Yeah, that also is scary.
It's somewhat of a old combo. I think dating back to the EG days of, what is it, like TI5? They used to like running Puck with Scepter a lot, and then you have a Lycan on the team, allowing Lycan to pretty much demolish anyone. If you try to run out of the coil, you get snapped for like 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage that comes out, not to mention having the Ancient Apparition there. The downside to it is that you don't have a great lane partner with it. You don't have something like a Wraith King or a Sven that allows you to set up the Cold Feet proc. And now with the Weaver taken and very little lockdown, Na'Vi might have found a pretty good answer here. This is looking scary for Team Empire. I like the draft so far.
I'm not a big fan of this Weaver.
No,
I'm very scared for this Weaver. It's a Spirit Breaker puck, and as well as an AA.
Dire team bad.
Yeah, I guess
Spirit Breaker alone is more than enough to deal with a Weaver. And then when you have the AA along with that, you're not going to heal off your ulti. And if you get Dream Coiled, you automatically break the coil most of the time.
All right, you sold me.
So the Weaver is not as good as you think it might be. I think it's actually kind of iffy.
But I'm wondering right now, like, if they end up taking one of their hero that has a boatload of sustain, it feels like Na'Vi is going to have so much pushing potential and damage with this lineup already that...
Oh, they definitely have the damage. Right now, what they're lacking is disabled. They don't have a way to stop this Lycan. This Lycan pops his ulti, and there's
5
nothing you can
seconds
do but
remaining.
run away from him or stand your ground and right-click him,
Right.
which I highly do not recommend.
Team Empire's
that's a good
turn to
point.
pick.
Whoa, and an Invoker last pick. So it's going to be a Weaver in the support position and Dendi Invoker. Huh.
Okay, that makes it a little
10
better.
seconds remaining.
I definitely prefer the Weaver in the support position. We haven't seen this in quite some time, but
5 seconds remaining.
definitely viable when you have the Drow Aura giving you damage. You buy all the minus armor items, and well, your right click is just pretty crazy damage output.
Yeah, he is going to be hard to deal with. And now a last pick
Choose
Visage
your hero.
for Team Empire. So great team fighter, Chappie Visage, Ghostic Puck, FN Lycan.
Oh, this is a carry Visage.
All right, we did it. We've done it. It's good. It's gone. It's done. What do you think? Talk to me about your feelings on this draft.
I honestly don't see the carry Visage enough to really make a good call on it. I think the biggest problem right now that they're going to have is definitely this Lycan. So depending on how this Lycan's game is going to go, that's what really determines the outcome of Navi's fate, I guess.
I mean, Empire is digging deep into their bag of tricks to pull this one out. I want to do a quick little look-see to see if Chappie has played that much Visage before. I feel like he has. That like sort of rings true to me. But talk to me a little bit about what the carry Visage looks like. How does this hero function? Where do people play him? Why has it started to get
Prepare for
more play
battle.
recently?
I wish I could answer that, but
Okay.
this is actually one of the heroes in this position that I really don't have much of an idea about.
Okay. I know that Parker loves it. He just goes crazy for this guy whenever he gets a chance to.
I think the thing is right now is that there is, so you know how like people used to draft Visage with the Drow?
Mhm.
I think this is kind of similar, not as effective, but I think you basically pair up the Howl with the birds.
Okay.
So whenever it's nighttime, your birds get, what is that, 20 damage. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's enough to shred a Drow Ranger.
Well, I'll
30
also mention
seconds
real
to
quickly,
battle.
the last time that Chappie played Visage was February of 2015. So it's been a little while, as Ghostic is going to take a Thunderstrike. I know that the changes also that you had to Gravekeeper's Cloak, where now, first of all, your birds move a lot faster, but also they now gain Gravekeeper's Cloak if they're nearby you. So that's another nice part of it. What else was there?
The
The
battle
talents for
begins.
Visage are pretty nuts. He's got 30 XP gain or 90 GPM, and then the Soul Assumption double strike I've heard is quite good as well.
Okay.
So this is going to be interesting to watch.
I think the Visage matchup against Invoker is actually pretty favorable for Visage too. Grave Chill makes it so difficult for you to last hit against, and the moment you hit level 6, I think the two familiars just demolish you. There's really not much you can do as a Invoker against that.
We'll have to watch that and see how it works out. Roger wanting to snipe the courier, realizing he's not going to be able to, and Chappie going to just be using a wonderful, wonderful Grave Chill, getting that extra movement speed and attack speed.
Not this time.
I'm just keeping an eye out on this Visage. I really am kind of curious as to how well this performs. Gonna get a lot of damage onto Dendi right now.
God, yeah, that is a hell of a lot. And that's the thing, is he already kind of a weak laner hero, the Invoker. Might struggle against the Spirit Breaker parked there in his lane as well. And they haven't really been able to punish Ghostic all that much by virtue of this either. It's brought down very low, but has a tango going already. And should be able to soak up some of the experience from this creep camp being denied out by the lane creeps being denied out by the creep camp.
Chappie's having a pretty good time right now. 4-4.
Ghostic again. Right into Snako. He's going to end up orbiting away, almost able to get that silence off, but it's not quite there. And Miposhka going to start to beat away here at Snako. They had already used the Gust, but just a little bit of movement speed away. That keeps alive the Disruptor. Oh, he thought about it. Charge, charge! Oh, Snako, he's going to end up going down now. First blood drawn by Miposhka. Well done there.
Yeah, very nicely done. 750 gold. What is he going to buy with all that money?
Yo, go Midas. Just do it. Nah, probably not the play. But yeah, look at this. Visage is getting multiple points in Gravekeeper's Cloak right now. So it is a minimum damage of 50, and it's going to get a ton of extra bonuses there from it as well, from each of those layers. As General trying to deal the damage here onto FN. He has not had a great time so far. Only 8 CS for him. Comparison to the Nature's Prophet, who's 13 and 4.
Roger isn't having a great time either. I think the idea was to snipe this this Ancient Apparition, but this Ancient Apparition is not really able to do
Radiant's
much.
courier has been killed.
Oh, nicely done by General.
Yeah.
Courier snipe in the mid lane, giving EXP to Roger as well.
That is a problem. So yeah, Roger will be able to get this one for himself. And he is now going to make this rotation onto Chappie. Grave Chill to try and get out of there. And he is going to be kept alive. Gravekeeper's Cloak is pretty good.
Yeah. That's why you level that skill.
Jeez. That's nuts. So what is that magic resistance at then?
I don't think it's magic resistance. I think it's just like straight up damage reduction. So you have like 3 layers or 2 layers on him, so it's 24% damage reduction. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I mean, he barely took damage from that. So.
Yeah. And Dendi, realizing that this is, a little bit of a different look than you normally have, is going for the Quas Wex Invoker instead of going for Exort. As Snako going to get punched here and ran down a little bit. Miposhka does have that Orb of Venom, gets the bash for the kill. And now Crystallize needs to be careful. He does have another charge here in a second. With Puck coming in, Ghostic thinking about getting a little bit frisky. They find him there. There's the charge. Silence to follow. Ghostic is going to go down. But so too will Crystallize. And Miposhka, does he end up dying as well? Those bugs are doing a lot of damage. It looks like they will be able to find that kill. Man, back and forth, very much so.
Yeah, these are really big pickups for the support Weaver. I think as a support Weaver, if you can manage to finish your Medallion as well as pick up a second Blightstone as soon as possible, your damage output is probably higher than most of your cores at this stage of the game.
Yeah. 1-1-1 build. And then this can later transition into another Solar Crest or going back for something like the Aghanim Scepter as well. Chappie so far hasn't actually been able to out-CS Dendi all that much. Dendi ahead right now, 20 and 11 versus the 16 and 9.
Yeah, with that gank attempt on Visage, Dendi has found some time to catch up now. But I think a lot of it changes once the Visage hits 6.
Yeah. He's going for a Medallion himself, as Weaver's going to come in now and should be able to get the bugs there. Cold Snap as well. Chappie's going to take a lot of damage. But with that Gravekeeper's Cloak still on him, I don't know if it's going to be enough. They do find the kill. Roger was actually the one that picked it up, and that's even better for him.
Yeah, really well played by Roger, just sitting underneath the tornado. That Gravekeeper's Cloak is doing so much for Chappie, actually. Oh, here we go. Vance Cord, look at that damage.
Another round. They're making it happen. They do get the Cold Feet proc onto Invoker, and now with Chappie there, this is going to be enough to find a kill. So Dendi goes down for the Ancient Apparition. Now we'll see how this changes as Chappie gets himself level 6.
There is a level 2 Howl now as well, so let's see if I'm correct in saying that they're trying to... Oh, top lane.
Yep,
Snako getting caught out. FN shape-shifting.
Now they're also going over here to crystallize, so they're able to hit them both with a gust as Ghostic just finds that one kill, and now Invoker showing up, seeing if he can make something happen against FN. But that does leave open the mid lane now for Chappie to try and pressure this out.
And pause coming through. Visage.
I guess the other big winner in all of this is the Lycan, who was able to get up to 42 CS already. Some of that is probably Trance as well, but he's second highest net worth.
Yeah. While that is the case, Furion is also doing very well, almost hitting level 6, so they kind of just been trading farm.
Yeah. Let's see. So 3 points in Gravekeeper's Cloak. The medallion, I think, is about to be completed for Visage. Do you think he's going to be able to take towers pretty quickly? Is that sort of the idea for what you want to do here? Or do you want to like fight around with your birds?
I think you just fight with the birds. It definitely helps when it comes to taking towers, but most of that will be done by the Lycan more than anything, I think.
Okay.
Until the Visage gets more levels, Lycan's going to be the one who's going to deal with the structural damage, I think.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, Drow Ranger, level 5, hasn't quite gotten into that ultimate yet. While Ghostic is getting close to his own Dream Coil, which could spell some trouble for the Drow Ranger eventually. Dire scanning, seeing if anybody is charging Crystallize. Gonna have to do his own pulling for a bit. And meanwhile, Weaver looking like he wants to go for a Aquila himself.
Chappie gonna be finishing up his own medallion and queues up the Hand of Midas next. Interesting.
All right, that's what he wants to go for. Late game tactics. Chap. Did you really just leave that there? I'll go get the birds. All right, Roger moving in, does run into Chappie here. And with the charge coming, this is going to most likely be a kill. They drop the Dream Coil as well, and Roger nowhere left to go. Silenced and taken down. Well done.
I think he's going for the Hand of Midas because he'll most likely take the 30 EXP gain at level 10.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's always interesting watching this. Oh, do they spot them? Dendi does not see the Spirit Breaker, I don't think. Apparently there's some more issues going on. Chappie's internet connection possibly, or some other issue that we're not privy to.
Yeah, he's probably just having computer issues right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you should know, Dota players, they need everything to be super perfect. Otherwise, they've got to pause.
Pause Dota.
I speak from experience. I not like me, but you know, when I admin for Summit, right? I've like seen all the pauses. It ranges greatly. You know, sometimes the people just make excuses. They're like, "Oh, microphone broke in," when really one of them was just like, "Yeah, I got to take a shit."
Yeah. I mean,
you never know.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think that obviously it's harder to make sure that everything's all fine and hunky-dory over the internet, but everything should be starting up again in a little while. Let's take a look at some of these items and the situation as it stands. If they end up killing General here, I think there's a decent chance they end up being able to take down that tower.
If they kill General here, it's a very hard kill.
Yeah.
There's a Weaver in the area. You can always give him the medallion. It makes General much harder to kill. And then you have Dendi playing Quaz Wex, so
all right,
he's close enough to provide support with a Cyclone if needed.
Okay. They also don't have any detection right now for Roger, who's also here. So that could make things a little bit more difficult also. And Ancient Apparition is just broke as a joke. Van Score, a TP scroll, and dreams of a better life with Boots of Speed.
Yeah, you can't really go for this kill. FN doesn't have shapeshift, and Vance Core only level 4. You don't really offer too much.
Could they push the tower at least at all? Like, it seems as if they would have known that with Miposhka already trying to go for the charge down bottom. You picking up what I'm putting down?
The tower? You mean for Empire?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough tower kill. Because Lycan is kind of built for fighting right now. He's not very strong yet when it comes to taking buildings because he doesn't have wolves and he doesn't have his Necro book either. So just going to play it slow, get his levels, TP wherever necessary, and maybe get some kills.
Yeah, they're even going to back out now. So Pushka didn't go through with that charge. We do have Dream Coil back up in, 16 seconds for the puck. That might be an opportunity. Oh, Vance Core.
He just has a TP out, but he might die. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. A little bit of a howl help to make sure that he ended up getting out of there okay. And now FN is also going to TP away. While Miposhka soaks up experience. Gonna charge, and my god, look at the damage from those birds.
Yeah, great play by Chappie. Perfectly timed on everything.
Dire's top tower
Don't even need a damn hero.
Endurance run.
Alright, he's gonna resummon now as well in the mid lane. Some stuff happened here. Just gonna punch Dendi in the face. Bring the birds on back afterwards.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, looks like Chappie ended up buying boots, so we're not going to be seeing the Midas anytime soon.
Right. Roger, as well as General and Crystallize in the area, hitting that level 6.
The push gets level 6, so
Dire's top tower is under attack.
he does have it. Oh, the tree and spotting them out though. Got an opening if they want.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, here we go, the bait
as well. They're thinking about going for it. There's the cold feet, the charge connects as well. The chilly hands, and they're going to be able to find him and take him down. Roger drops, and so too will Crystallize, as these birds should be able to chase him down here. The stun, follow-up stun, soul assumption. Easy peasy for Empire.
that was some great baiting by Empire. Roger thought he had the upper hand, but surprise, it's AA as well as the Spirit Breaker. He gets comboed up, both the supports take him down. Oh, top lane though, Poshka most likely going to be dead here.
Got a little bit too greedy there. They are going to pull back in FN now, and the Cold Snap as well as the EMP. Everything thrown out. FN out of mana, and going to also be out of life as the Tornado to finish gets thrown. It's actually Seneko that picked up that kill. So Quaswex Invoker working really well this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think I don't actually know how I feel about it. I guess like they didn't feel like going for Exort because they don't really have any type of setup for his Sunstrike.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And I think the other reason is because it's just overall safer when it comes to dealing with the Spirit Breaker. You know, you have the Tornado invoked at all times, so that you don't have to. You have a way to defend yourself from the charge from Spirit Breaker.
Right. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And it's, you know, not often that you end up, you know, having that in your repertoire and recognizing that it's the right time to bust it out. Also, it doesn't hurt that Dendi had an easier time CSing since he had the Drow Ranger aura, making it a little bit of a better situation for it as the charge comes in. Where the heck was that charge? It's just farming charge.
It's just farming.
Quick sprint.
So since he's Quaswex, you know, he's able to farm like this. He doesn't really care too much. Just sits in the mid lane, farms in vision because he knows that if he does see that Spirit Breaker coming in, he can always Tornado him.
Yeah. Well, another Cold Snap there, going to connect onto Miposhka. It is not the type of play that you want to be making. This hurts. Gotta suck, but they will be able to find General, it looks like, and quick and easy kill there. They find the damage, they find the kill. Yeah, that Howl with the Familiars is actually so good.
Yeah, look at that damage. It's
Radiant's middle
not,
tower is under
you know,
attack.
it's not like a super high amount or anything, but I mean, with how fast they attack, it definitely adds up.
Yeah.
Especially once he potentially gets 3 birds. I don't know what his build is. Even with just 2 of them.
Yeah. not bad. How does the Quaswex Invoker start to differ as like we get into the later levels now? Because he does have a point up in Exort. Do you think that they just try and like siege constantly with Tornado and everything else, and you know let Drow Ranger hit towers from far away? Well, then he backs them up.
I think they're just aiming to fight right now. It's too early to talk about. Wait, you just said sieging, right? Not high ground.
Yeah, sieging. Just like hitting towers.
Yeah, if it's sieging, then I mean they don't really mind. It's not a big deal because you have Nature's Prophet. You can make treants, and the treants can scout everything out. And like you said, Drow Ranger just from a distance hits the buildings.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I wonder if it's even worth it just to throw an Alacrity onto that Drow. As Maposha again going to get ran at, but they won't be able to find him. This ward getting a lot done. Does get pinged out, so I imagine that Empire realized that's happening as Na'Vi just keep on controlling the map, moving around, taking the towers. They're getting everything that they want.
Well, this is just have the Midas complete, but interesting to note that he goes for the 90 GPM. So this is a very gold-oriented build rather than a I'm going to try to level the 25 as fast as possible.
Well, Dendy looking for an opening now. Cold Snap, EMP ready. He's walking mid. They're going to find themselves a Chappie. Vanscore's level 6. They might be able to make something happen here. Thinking about going for it with an Ice Blast, but well, they do not decide to fully invest for this kill. Too scary.
Oh, this is a big bird kill too. Get the bird.
Well, Ice Blast only grazes Dendy and nothing else really gained from that. Look at the top net worths right now. It's all Na'Vi. And they're just making great work of this early pressure strat that they've got with all these ranged heroes and towers being taken. Maposhka going to charge forward, but he's just going to end up dying here in just a second unless they're able to make something happen here. Jump out the Dream Coil as well, but Crystallize gets that Gust. That's going to turn this into their favor. General's going to die as he ends up trying to TP out of there. But they took down 3 for the cost of it. Another 2. And now they're getting ready to go high ground almost. Like, why not?
Yeah, why not? I don't think they'll be able to take it, but they should be able to get a decent amount of damage. If they take it, I'll be very surprised.
I mean, Alacrity right here is also unbelievably good with Crystallize because he's already got such high damage. They are going to be able to connect there. There's the Ice Blast as well. That's going to be a quick and easy kill. Crystallize goes down. Can they find any more now? FN can fat open onto Snako. They're TPing in with General. Can get him with the Sprout to keep Snako alive. Well done there. The Tornado lifts up onto 2, and now the follow-up Static Storm. He did have it, but didn't commit it.
Oh, Ghost Stick in a lot of trouble. That is not where you want to be.
He's going to end up going down, and now Roger can chase as well if he wants to. They are not afraid of anything. They pull back in Chappie. Going to take him down as well. Na'Vi running a train over Empire. They just do not have an answer right now in the least bit. No team fight, no nothing. Maposhka, he's also just going to be sprouted and possibly killed. Charges, turns it, but there's the lift up. Dendy breaking hearts and breaking minds and breaking the back of Empire.
Oh, they want General. Is he gonna get it? This A Blast? Not gonna connect.
Does he die in the fountain though? I think that he might. He looks like he is going to end up falling there. So they take down General. They might be able to take down Dendy as well. He's ghost walking out of there, but they don't have any type of reveal. So final tally ends up being a hell of a lot into the favor of Na'Vi. Well, it actually ends up being kind of even with the Aegis going down as well. But it's still a 7,000 net worth lead.
Most important thing is that the tier 3 tower doesn't take too much damage, only about 500. Roger trying to find the pick off on Puck. Not going to get it.
Dendy, cold snap. He is going to be found by Maposhka, but Maposhka doesn't have any more mana to do anything. Just walking around with impunity, able to make them just kind of run around and respond to his actions and not really farm the map the way that they might want to.
Oh, that ward. Instant D ward. Feels bad.
Yeah, that one hurts.
You know, everyone likes playing Exort on Invoker, but you know, when you play against a Quas-Wex, it's actually so annoying when you get hit by EMP.
Yeah.
Especially if your hero, like Spirit Breaker, it just takes one EMP and you actually lose all your mana. You can't fight anymore.
Oh no. That was definitely an illusion. And General, he's going to be charged.
He's out of mana.
Ice Blast connects. General. Oh, now they got Mapushka. Ghost Stick might be able to find the kill. He wants it so badly. The tornado connects off in the woods. Oh, poor Ghost Stick. And General's going to live. They've got the trees chasing. They don't quite spot him out. Now they do as he ends up throwing out that orb. Dendy, Sunstrike, not quite there. Miss on the silence. Ghost Stick.
Wait,
stay in the trees. All right, he's out of there, I think. Orb, still in trouble. He does have phase shift, but to no avail.
It matters not to me.
Yeah, this is feeling like they're kind of, the wheels are completely falling off right now for Team Empire. Na'Vi. I'm going to be the first to admit it. I did not believe that they were going to be able to make this work, but they're looking like they're in a great position to finish this one out and continue on in the upper bracket.
Yeah, this Quas-Wex Invoker from Dendy is doing a lot of work. He's just making it so difficult for Empire to fight into. You know, if they want to go on anyone, this Tornado EMP is always there ready, and anyone who gets hit by it is pretty much completely taken out of the fight because no one has a big enough mana pool to survive that EMP. Like, look how much mana it burns. 625. Who has a 625 mana pool? Pretty much
Puck.
Everyone, yeah, no one has enough mana. Like, if Puck gets hit by it, he has enough mana to do absolutely nothing. He can drop one coin.
Yeah.
So it's just so difficult for them to fight into. Like, look at Visage as well. 700 mana, you get hit by it. You have 100 mana left. What do you do?
That's a really frustrating one. Now they're going to take this fight. It's about the best thing that they could hope for is fighting on the Shrine. But the Gust comes out. The Dream Coil was already there. Crystallized.
Oh, the bait. This is the
moving
bait.
in. Oh, Dendy, he wants it. That's a big old combo. Catches the Tornado on to 4. They are all out of mana. Oh, Dendy. Oh, my God. They can't do anything. Oh, that hurts. They're just looking at each other sheepishly. They can barely even TP home.
I'd say they're very lucky to be able. Oh, Zoneko, is he gonna find anyone? Oh, he walked past him.
It just sucks to have to play against that, and he might actually end up dying to these the familiars. Now he's gonna resummon now, but like that's one of those moments where it obviously could have been like a huge turnaround or something, where Empire finds a couple of kills, but the EMP Tornado just puts all the kibosh onto that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Empire were actually very lucky that the rest of Na'Vi weren't there ready to turn that around. Oh, bottom lane. They're going to be going on Chappie. They drop Static Storm. They go down very quickly. Big tornado coming out. Both guy's dead.
It was a good phase shift there by the Puck to not get caught by that one. If he does, it's probably almost game. And as it stands, Na'Vi looking to try and break high ground. This time, they might not be denied. The Visage buys back the immediate Hex, pre-casted. Oh, that was so well done. They had it ready immediately. They knew that Puck was going to go in, and they were able to pre-cast the Hex. They take down Vanscore. They buy back on Vanscore. AA Blast is going to be thrown out there. But to what end?
It hits Crystallized, but that's it.
Really well done.
Oh, multi? Not going to connect.
Now the jump forward again. They decide to go for the Orchid down familiar. And look at this. Again, they're all caught. No mana left. It is death by 1,000 cuts at your mana pool.
A prize.
Well, I did say that Empire were going to do well in this series. I'm still pretty happy that Na'Vi are showing us these kinds of games. I think it's always a nice thing to see Dendy doing well. And he's doing it with a build that people have kind of long forgotten.
Dire's top tower.
Well, and like, you know, that's the thing is that it doesn't even, like, he doesn't have a ton of damage on those spells. Like Exort right now, it just got to level 3. So it's not even really about, you know, the damage that's being dealt. It's just that they've got that through the rest of their heroes. That's what Drow is there for. That's what everybody else is there for. And, well, maybe an orb, maybe a steal. Roshan, okay, Sadeko is going to get down that Static Storm, and with that, it's going to be a charge through, possibly a chance for a kill on the Aegis, as Dendi going to end up falling here. The cheese gets eaten by Crystallize. He's getting pushed back and possibly going to be taken down. It's the beginning of Ruination as Empire making things work, but Dendi, he drops down that EMP, and now he's going to be able to catch on to Chappie. Nowhere less to go. He is going to end up falling as well. In the meantime, the Lycan was able to take down Drow Ranger, but will FN find anything else afterwards? Seems unlikely. They do have vision here since it's an Necro 3. Roger trying to run away. Misses on the Tornado. Deafening Blast, though. There's the disarm. And now forced to run. Cold Snap going to be invoked in a second. Ends up being able to break that TP. And FN going to fall. So too will Roger. That one hurts.
Oh, they just want to end it. They're going in.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Somehow that actually ends up being even. But,
oh, in terms of, like, the trade?
In terms of the gold advantage, but it is far from even right now. They buy back on Lycan. They need to take this fight and do something big.
Structures are fortified.
If you think about it, that's probably one of the best outcomes you could have for Empire, right? There was, they had to fight against an Aegis and a Chief. They managed to take both of them and still make trades happen, so life can always be worse for Empire. But I think they're almost out of buybacks. Who has buybacks? No one. There's a Puck that has a buyback, and that is it.
Yeah. Likewise, though, Dire only have buyback on Invoker and Nature's Prophet, so you got to be at least a little bit careful with this. You know, if you end up like throwing away a team fight here or there, you would not want to lose this game when it's so heavily enhanced. 16,000 net worth lead and right around 15,000 experience.
Oh, General trying to go for the sneaky plays, but not going to get it.
It's been a pretty good series. I've enjoyed it quite thoroughly. It's not often you see a Quaswex Exort come out and actually do really well, and then on top of that, we saw, you know, a really good game in Empire in game number 1, and then game number 2 was the Roger show. It's a lot of different things seen in this series.
Definitely. And Dendi is going to finish up the Lincoln Sphere now, making it even more difficult to lock him down. Spear Breaker not going to be able to combo him up or charge him across the map.
BKB done as well. The Wolves scouting out everybody to make sure that there's nothing funky going on. Oh, General brought the he brought the BKB out for Drow. Huh.
All right, this is it. The last stand.
Let's see what they got. Van score there, smoked. The initiation, a little bit off the mark. Ghost Stick does not get silenced. Chappie, though,
Chappie
he's the one that's going to get caught. They popped the BKB by Crystallize, and now with no buyback, this is feeling like it's going to be quite bad.
Radiant's middle tower.
Lycan trying to run away, trying to get out of there. FN is going to get silenced, caught again. Doesn't really matter all that much, and well, now they have a shrine to come back into, but they've got all the damage in the world. A good Hurricane Pipe mid-charge to push back Maposhka as he ends up falling, and GG is gonna be called as Na'Vi take it 2-1. Not what I was expecting, but they showed up to play today for sure.
I am very impressed. I did not expect this. What a change of events. They just turned it up since game 2. What even happened? Did they start having fun?
I guess so. I think the big thing there was Roger, like, sort of righted the ship in game number 2 with the Enchantress play, made sure that FN had a bad lane, and then this game they just came in with a really good game plan. They ran that Drow Ranger. I think that they were expecting, like we were, that it was a Roger carry, or rather as a Weaver carry, And then, the last pick, Quaswex Invoker, was just like the perfect fit with everything they wanted to do in the draft.
Yeah, definitely. It was still, it seems very strange. FN is kind of the person you look to when you're on, for Team Empire, right? FN is usually the playmaker, the carry from the mid lane. Chappie usually playing the mid role from the safe lane, usually,
right.
The Necrolite type of thing. But they made it very difficult for FN to have a good game. Both times he was against difficult lanes. It's not easy to play as a Lycan against the Nature's Prophet. And the previous game, he was like completely dumpstered, right? As a PL, super pressured against the Clockwork with what was it again?
Clockwork versus, I'm gonna have to take a quick little look-see. I don't remember.
Oh, no, he was playing PL, but he was against the Clockwork, and I forgot what the support was. That was
it was Roger. It was Enchantress.
It was Enchantress, yeah. And both of these games that Team Empire lost were largely, in my opinion, due to the fact that FN just wasn't able to have a game.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I think that that was just a really good decision as well. By Na'Vi to put the emphasis on that and recognize what and who they needed to shut down in this game. So that's going to do it for us for today for the CIS qualifiers. Your two winners that are going to be in the winners finals: Team Spirit versus Na'Vi. Meanwhile, it's going to be Vega, who drops down to face the winner of Gambit versus Spartak, and Double Dimension and M19 are going to face the winner of that series is going to face Empire. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this happen again. I wouldn't be surprised if the two teams that end up facing off in the grand finals are Empire and Na'Vi again. What do you think?
This is a tough call after seeing this. I'm going to go back to my patented anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
We'll have to see.
All right, fair enough, everybody. Apparently, you got to press 1 if you think Dendy is back, and he's got it on his kills, deaths, and assist score. Not bad at all. So yeah, that's going to do it for us here. South American Dota is going to continue in, I think, an hour or so, where we are going to see Lucchini versus SG Esports, and then Infamous versus Digital Chaos South America. Those two teams will be facing off against each other. And then meanwhile, in Southeast Asia, which takes place afterwards, I actually do not have access to that qualifiers. Let me take a look here. So Boom ID and Mineski played, and Execration and Fire Dragoon played. So it's Mineski versus Execration in the winners finals in that region. And tomorrow there are some really, really big games. Those games are going to take place sometime later on tonight, where it's TNC versus Clutch in the losers round 1, which honestly, based upon their performances recently, could have been like a grand finals one as well. And then Warriors Gaming Unity versus Fnatic. So a lot of great stuff going on there. But that's going to do it for us here, Lyrical and Aosin. Aosin, any final sellouts, final places that people could see where do your stuff at? Give us a shout out for yourself.
You can follow me at Eosin Dota, as well as Eosin Trash for Twitch. And that's about it.
All right, ladies and gents, I will see you guys next time. We will both see you tomorrow for more from the StarLadder iLeague Season 3. Have a good one.